Yo, welcome into the 30th season of the Grateful Gap podcast. What a truly special day to be able to kick it off on a sports huddle where this is the beginning of the NFL season. Football is back. It's just a lot going on right now. So super stoked to kick off season 30 with my cousin Matt. Make sure y'all go tune in and check him out on Just Unconventional Podcast. But we appreciate everybody's love and support, man. We here today. Some things I got to figure out. Like I said, I've been uploading our videos, our podcast to YouTube, but our videos haven't been, uploading. I know Spotify, you can see the videos and stuff like that, but I want to figure out how our video episodes need to translate to YouTube. Like I said, the audio uploads, but the video isn't going over. So I don't know what's going on with that.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's whatever, but it's all good. Like I said, we still here, excited. See, got my boys on there. The Eagles landing in Brazil. You know what I mean? So we ready to rock and roll. But we got a full schedule ahead of y'all today for the sports huddle. About to get directly to the daily verse, and then we'll get into the sports rundown. Super excited, and we're ready to talk some sports today. So, daily verse for the day of September 5th, 2024. The rise from the book of Revelation, chapter 20, verse 10, and it states as follows. And the devil, who was misleading them, was hurled into the lake of fire and sulfur, where both the wild beast and the false prophet already were, and they will be tormented day and night forever and ever. And again, it's from the book of Revelation, chapter 20, verse 10. And this morning, ladies and gentlemen, for the sports huddle, we're going to have Paralympic coverage. So the Olympics para team, they have their own Olympics, like for the Special Olympics type of thing. The people who are like disabled, hurt, they're not disabled because these people are warriors. I mean, top of the line athletes. I don't care what nobody talking about. For you to have something that's hindering you from, being able to compete in a normal Olympics or like that type of stuff, and still have the discipline and the courage and the will, all that type of stuff to go out there and compete. These ladies and gentlemen are phenomenal. So I'm excited to cover that. Excuse me. Then we'll get into the WNBA news, NCAA top 25 from last week, and we'll look forward to. I don't think we have any Thursday night games this week in the top 25, but I'll look anyway. Then NFL season kickoff, like you said, we got Thursday night football tonight. It's going to be a great game. This whole weekend is just really filled with great games, all the way around. NFL news and Major League Baseball. So, like I said, Paralympics, I want to go over the every event that they have. There's not as many as the original Olympics, but still they are in Paris. This is the International Paralympic Games, again, 2024. So the events are as follows. They have blind football. They have bokia. Hopefully I pronounced that right. They got goal ball, para archery, para athletics, para badminton, para canoe, para cycling on the road. They got para cycling on the track. They got para equestrian. I need to get to check that out, but I think that's pretty dope too. Para judo, para powerlifting, para rowing.
Powerlifting's always good.
Yeah, I believe it. Para swimming, para table tennis, para taekwondo, para triathlon, shooting para sport, sitting volleyball, wheelchair basketball, wheelchair fencing, wheelchair rugby, and wheelchair tennis. So that's the full event list right there. And I want to give a shout out to one gentleman. I seen him shoot the other day. He from the U.S. and we'll give a medal count also. But this gentleman from the USA, he was a part of the archery event. And the gentleman name, let me find it real quick. Hold on. This is truly interesting. Hold on, let me find it. Here you go. This gentleman's name is, so he won the gold in para archery, right? So again, this is a gentleman, he don't got no arms, so he's using his feet.
Mm-hmm.
When I tell you these shots were, they were so on point, literally, like they were literally almost stacked up on, like they were stacked up on top of each other. It blew me away, dude. I said, yo, you cannot, these like are the best athletes in the world, like for real, like
Mm-hmm.
They already hindered physically, but they still go out there and compete at the highest level and go dominate like this. I mean, it was insane shots. And the gentleman name is Stutzman. Matt Stutzman. He's out of Kansas, but he lives in, I guess, Idaho or Indiana, maybe Indiana. Yeah, Indiana, Fairfield. But yeah, man. It was just amazing to see. So, shout out to the USA. Shout out to all these countries. China's currently leading right now in the medal count, just dominating once again. Just I think they got like 160 plus medals already, and
Right.
we still got 4 more days of the Olympics. So
But you
they
said
got China.
China
They have they
already
got
got like that much?
they have 139. So I over exaggerated, but it's still a lot though. They got 139, so they lead. They got 63 gold, 48 silver, and 28 bronze. Great Britain is in second place with 77 total medals. They got 33 gold, 25 silver, 19 bronze. USA is in third place. We have with 66 total medals. We got 25 gold, 28 silver, and 13 bronze. So I'm still doing pretty good. Still a couple days to go, but I'm just still excited and just proud of all these athletes. From each country, just going to compete and again, showing people that just because I don't have everything that anybody else has or whatever it is, I'm still not going to give up on myself. I'm still going to you know look to God to give me strength. I'm still going to be able to go out there and show these people, individuals who are like me, that you can be some of your life. That when people tell you can't do anything, that I'm gonna show you that you can do it. You know what I mean? Because I'm pretty sure a lot of those gentlemen, a lot of people told Matt that he want to be a Olympic archer, and he an Olympic gold medal archer. So I'm telling them shots were amazing, dude. I was just blown away. So make sure y'all go tune into the Paralympics. Coverage should be on. Let's see where we at. Should be on CBS if I'm not mistaken.
I thought it was still on Peacock.
Oh, let me let's see if we can find it at.
Yeah, I thought that was still doing it on Peacock.
Let's see where we at. It's not giving me any news outlets or anything like that of where they are. Let me go to the schedule for today. Today the 5th. So yeah, it's not. I got times for events, but it's not showing me where they're airing it out at. But that's crazy. It should have been on the website. But still, just do your research and see what you can find to be able to go show some love and support to the Paralympics, and make the best of it. So again, shout out to them. We did want to give information and updates on that. So on the Saturday Sports, so I will have updated medal counts, things of that nature. And the Olympics ends on September 8th. So we have 4 more days today, counting 3 more other days of the Olympics. So so I think Sunday is the last day for the Paralympics. Yeah, Sunday. So Saturday I will have some updates, some last minute gold medal events and things of that nature, and we'll continue to go forward. So moving on to the WNBA. WNBA has been ramping up, getting closer and closer for the playoffs. Again, Caitlin Clark has really solidified herself as the Rookie of the Year. Led her team to a playoff berth that hasn't happened in a while. Second time having a triple double as a rookie, so she continued to add to that record and history. And again, just her increased numbers from before the All-Star break and before the Olympic break to after the Olympic break. She just again really has taken a tremendous step in her game. So I definitely think again she's Rookie of the Year. I had some debate early in the year when Angel Reese was kind of trending also, but Caitlin Clark
Oh
has
no,
just
that's done.
Caitlin Clark has to continue to just rise up. So I definitely think it's solidified that she's Rookie of the Year for sure. And best of luck to all the other rookies. You know what I mean? Everybody played well and they had good rookie campaigns, but she's leading her team to the playoffs. And this is on the beginning. It's the regular season. So I'm looking forward to see what she can potentially do in the playoffs with her team. But they got weapons on the fever, but now they're starting to put it together. So I'm excited. Shall see. But moving on to the WNBA from this week. WNBA from, let's go back to Sunday. Sunday, September 1st, we had the Dream defeat the Sparks 80-62. The Kinetic Sun defeated the Seattle Storm 93-86. The Minnesota Lynx over the Chicago Sky 79-74. The Indiana Fever defeated the Dallas Wings 100-93. And the Las Vegas Aces defeated the Mercury 97-79. Tuesday game, September 3rd, we had the Mercury defeat the Dream 74-66. The Seattle Storm defeated the Kinetic Sun 71-64. The DC Mystics over the Dallas Wings 90-86. And the Las Vegas Aces defeated the Chicago Sky 90-71. Recap of last night's games, we had the Indiana Fever defeat the LA Sparks 93-86. And that's where Caitlin Clark had a triple-double last night. And her stats was as follows. She had 10 rebounds, 10 assists, and 24 points. So, pretty phenomenal game, especially to be able, as a rookie, doing that type of stuff. So, tonight on Prime Video, we have 2 games in prime time. We had the first game is at 7 p.m. tonight. On Prime Video, we have the New York Liberty hosting the Seattle Storm at 7 p.m. And then tonight at 10 p.m. on Prime Video, we have the Phoenix Mercury hosting the DC Mystics. For Friday game, September 6th, we have the Atlanta Dream hosting the Dallas Wings. I'm pretty sure the Atlanta Dream playoff hopes is over with. I got to go and look to see. But they were behind the Sky, and the Sky and the Dream had the same record, so I might have to go in there and look. But still, though, just to be able to make the playoffs with a losing record, the WNBA got to get better. It's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. So, the Atlanta Dream, again, will host the Dallas Wings tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. on Ion. The Kinetic Sun will host the Las Vegas Aces at 7:30 p.m. also on Ion. The Indiana Fever will host the Minnesota Lynx at 7:30 p.m. And the Chicago Sky will host the LA Sparks tomorrow night at 9:30 p.m. on Ion. So make sure you check your local listing. Wherever region you are, probably that's what Tubi game shows, or maybe they even had an option where you could pick a game. I don't know. But again, check them out on Ion tomorrow starting at 7:30 p.m. Let's check the standings out real quick for the WNBA. Yeah, so currently right now, 7 teams have locked up their playoff berth. So the number 8 spot is in the air right now. You have the Atlanta Dream behind the Chicago Sky. Chicago Sky is currently in 8th place. And Atlanta and Chicago have the same record at 11-2. So, 11-22, excuse me. So, these last couple of games are very important. Very winnable games, should be. And, like I said, honestly, I don't even want us to make the playoffs. We going in the playoffs like this. Just personally, just to get there, and say, oh, we made the playoffs to get to butt whoop is not a good thing. Getting to the playoffs and being able to compete and go play for a championship is the key. We don't want participation points. I don't care about that, because if you're going to go in and even if we're the 8th seed and the number 1 seed is New York Liberty right now, you're going to get dominated. You're going to get dominated. You're going to get swept. So just go on. I ain't going to say lose out. Obviously, I'm not a loser. I'm a competitor still, but we got to compete better when it matters, though. You know what I'm saying? And again, I don't like the coach. I'm going to keep saying it. I don't care. I do not like the Atlanta Dream coach. I don't care. I'm sorry, but she's not it. We have too many pieces to not be to not even just be a decent basketball team. Okay? We have too many pieces to not be able to put it together. And this is her second, third season there that I can recall for sure. That as long as I've been covering the WNBA, she's been their coach. So things got to change. We got to get better. So,
yeah.
Then moving on for Friday. I said Friday games already, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
Okay, yeah. So make sure y'all tune into the Saturday Sports Huddle to get updated information from the WNBA and the Paralympics. So moving on to the NCAA Top 25. We got new AP polls out. We'll go over that after we recap the weekend from last week. So, as usual, we got on here.
Hey, remember I told you now.
What?
I told you Saturday. I was like, I'll take Boston College over Florida State.
Hey, I wouldn't doubt it, man. I wouldn't doubt it. They haven't been, the word around the street is Georgia Bulldogs broken, but I ain't going to say too much.
Oh, man. No, that's a fact.
I think the state of Georgia broken. Georgia Tech whooped that butt earlier this year. And I seen something else that was funny. It was like Florida State is the only team that has lost in 2 countries in 2 countries this year. And it had me rolling. I'm like, wow. Like, lost in Ireland, lost in America. But week 1 full recap from Saturday, Sunday, and Monday games. So Saturday, of course, like I said, we had the number 1 team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. We came out, defense, played well the whole game. Offense kind of, we stuttered in the beginning. We had some field goals. Shout out to our kicker, man, the guy going to the NFL. But Had some field goals in the beginning, made some adjustments in the second half, came out, played dominating Georgia football, what we expected to see. Ended up whooping on Clemson 34-3. They haven't scored a touchdown against us since 2014, I think.
Oh
They
man.
haven't scored a touchdown against Georgia since 2014. So, what I mean? It's just a stat in itself. And one more stat about the Georgia Bulldogs. We are the only team in the SEC. Well, technically not because Oklahoma's in the SEC now, but we
They
are
just
the
got
only.
here.
Yeah, we are the only team in the modern era of the SEC to win 40 straight regular season games. Okay, let me say that again. 40 straight regular season games. Not Kirby Smart. Nick Saban ain't do that. All these other great SEC coaches and programs ain't did that. But the University of Georgia, we just building on it. You know what I'm saying? I expect us to go dominate Texas Tech this week. And then, that's one game. But we're going to take it seriously, obviously. We approach every opponent. We don't look at any opponent just because you're not a top 25 or a ranked team. That's not how we look at people. We go out there and prepare every day like they coming to beat us because that's what they want to do. But we gonna beat on them. So connection and preparation. That's why I've been preaching to my team these last couple of weeks, last couple of days, and that hit me because Kirby Smart said that. He said one thing that these dudes gonna always do is be connected and prepare to go to war. And that's a true statement. And if we can build on that in my program, we're gonna be dominating too because we're gonna connect and we're gonna fight for one another and love one another. And we're gonna get on that field. We're gonna go to war for one another every day. So I'm excited, man. But like I said, the dogs, we trend in the right direction. Looking to, and I wanted to put this on record too, because a lot of people like for us to know that we lost the SEC championship last year. We did. We lost. We understand that, and that's gonna give us more fuel to continue to go dominate going forward. To not let things be in other people's hands. We're gonna control what we can control. And that's the result on the field. What we do to execute, how we make plays, how we prepare, how we connect, all those type of things. So I'm excited for the Bulldogs as they continue to go forth. Then we had number 8 Penn State defeat West Virginia 34-12. We had number 25 Iowa dominate Illinois State 40-0. We had number 15 Tennessee dominate Chattanooga 69-3. We had number 17 Oklahoma defeat South Dakota State 44-20. Number 2 Ohio State dominated Akron 52-6. Number 4 Texas dominated Colorado State 52-0. Number 19 Miami dominated Florida 41-17. Number 5 Alabama dominated Western Kentucky 63-0. Let me see what else we got here. Number 6 Ole Miss. Oh my goodness. Number 6 Ole Miss. 76 points on Furman. They defeated Furman 76-0. They had number 18 Kansas State defeat UT Martin 41-6. Number 3 Oregon defeated Idaho 24-14. We had a top 20 ranked matchup between number 7 Notre Dame and number 20 Texas A&M. Notre Dame defeated Texas A&M 23-13. Number 9 Michigan defeated Fresno State 30-10. Number 21 Arizona defeated New Mexico 61-39. We had an upset. Oh, that's from last week. Sorry, we did have another upset though. We had an upset in Florida State. We had unranked Boston College defeat number 10 Florida State 28-13. So.
Oh, you forgetting one?
Oh yeah. 2 games. 1 game. USC. We had number 20. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Number 23 USC defeated number 13 LSU 27-20. I mean, honestly, I'm glad you did bring this up because I just knew, LSU was winning. They was up, I think, 20-13, like going into the fourth quarter maybe or something like that. And, I'm thinking they're going to win. And just like, what's the LSU coach name?
Brian Kelly.
Brian Kelly was like, the guys on the sideline, they thought they had the game won. They thought they had the game won. If you don't play into those zeros are zero, buddy. Especially
that's
on these
just
big
one
levels.
of the problems with that LSU team. That's why you'll see me. That's my team away from home, but I'm honest about them because they always got issues. Right? Man, 5 straight years of losing the season opener? Something got to give, man.
But that was our
100 yards and penalties.
How much? 100 yards and penalty?
10 penalties, 99 yards. Might as well just give up to a running back. Might as well just give him the ball, let him walk them 9 yards and carry.
Wow. Facts.
Yeah.
That's crazy work. Yeah, you definitely not gonna win. You're not gonna win any games like that. Being able to, like I said, the controllables. You can control your penalties. You know what I mean? Especially pre-snap penalties. I don't know how many they had. Like that, it sounded like they had a lot of holes. But that's
Shoot, holes, pass interference calls, like, bruh, it just, man, Brian Kelly, his seat getting hot. That's all I know, because with Texas walking in the door, because I think Texas would be more of an impact in the SEC than Oklahoma for the moment being. Texas, they building them trenches very well.
Yeah.
Like, they building them trenches, so I feel like they can kind of withstand that pressure from the SEC, and they can build. Oklahoma, I feel like it'll take a little bit of time. But with all that going on, I know LSU sitting here looking at, man, we had one of the greatest seasons in college football history, and we just can't. We always have one good season, and then it takes about 6, 7, 8 more years of like what's going on before we can have another. And I know they sick of it, and you can't do that no more. The SECs they packed. So I'm like, y'all got to get this together. And if everything Brian's saying, that's everything that's going on the sideline, that ain't good, dog, because you the sacrificial lamb. So you got to get that in check, man. We shouldn't be that shouldn't have happened. That shouldn't have happened.
Yeah, that would. Yeah, I mean, but hey, like I said,
it's college football.
They come with being prepared, though. You know, getting the guys' mindset that the game ain't over until the battle ain't won until the battle won. You know what I mean? And that's the mindset we have to continue to go in. Also, especially, and I'm glad you brought it up. Same for my team. You know, we'll get into a point where we're down. They just get defeated. You know what I mean? They get defeated. Oh, we lost the game. You know, the game not over until the game is over. You got to go out there each play, go out there and give it your all each and every snap. So, but that was the slate for this NCAA weekend, and I'm excited for this. Week 2. Week 2 is here already, and it's ramping up. So, shout out to all the teams that have jumped into the top 25. We want to get into the AP poll 25 for this week. That was announced. So let me pull it up real quick. Yeah, so the rankings are as follows. Of course, Georgia still number 1. Go Dogs. Number 2 is Ohio State. Number 3 is Texas. Number 4 is Alabama. Number 5 is Notre Dame. Number 6 is Ole Miss. Number 7 is Oregon. Number 8 is Penn State University. Number 9 is Missouri. Number 10 is Michigan. Number 11 is Utah. Number 12 is Miami. Number 13 is USC. Number 14 is Tennessee. Number 15 is Oklahoma. Number 16 is Oklahoma State. Number 17 is Kansas State. Number 18 is LSU. Number 19 is Kansas University. Number 20 is Arizona. Number 21 is Iowa. Number 22 is Louisville. Number 23 is Georgia Tech, the Yellow Jackets. Number 24 is NC State Wolfpacks. And number 25 is Clemson. So that is our new top 25. As you can see, Florida State is out of the top 25. Don't think they're getting back in there this year. Don't know what's going on with them down there. Sorry, really don't care for any other team but the Dogs. But still, though, it's unprecedented to be able to see that.
Florida State not in there. Florida not in there. But it's all right. They got Miami.
Miami gonna turn up for Florida. Yeah, that's what's up.
Oh, man. Yeah, they turning up.
Finally, the U back on top with something. You know what I mean?
We've been waiting, but they gonna come back before the Cowboys do.
Oh Lord, when you bring them, but yeah. It's looking likely, but so following that we have the NFL season kickoff. So again, the most excited part really for me on the Sports Huddle again to be able to have the 30th season of the Grateful Gab podcast kick off today. It's just special, man, to be able to see a powerhouse performance tonight. First of all, to be able to see the former Super Bowl champions from last year, Kansas City Chiefs. And the AFC champion, opponent, the Baltimore Ravens, to see them go at it again to start the season off is going to be phenomenal. Both have new rosters, new players. I'm excited to see Derrick Henry in the backfield with Lamar Jackson. I'm definitely going to help him relieve a lot of his run responsibility, as a quarterback. I'm pretty sure they still have packages, where he keeps the ball and he moves around, and he's going to, they're going to cover well, and he's going to have to do Lamar Jackson things. But just being able to have that red zone running back, with Derrick Henry, just running back period, but especially when you get in that red zone, where you can chunk off 6-7 yards of play, type of thing. If when you wear down a defense, moving the ball down the field. So I'm excited to see this matchup. I'm excited to see Travis Kelce, continue to have a phenomenal career. Patrick Mahomes is going to do his thing. We get to see our young fast wide receiver out of Texas, Xavier Worthy, those type of things. So it's going to be a lot of people, a lot of different pieces moving around. So I'm excited for the game tonight. The game will kick off tonight at 8:20 p.m. on NBC. So we have Thursday night football tonight on NBC or Peacock. So again, the Chiefs will be hosting the Ravens tonight. Going to be, again, a super, super exciting game. Just all this week, we have a lot of different games going on this week. We have some international games. Well, international game. We have the Thursday night kickoff, a rematch of the AFC Championship. So it's going to be dope, man. So I think tonight, honestly, I mean, it's so hard to take a pick tonight, but I'm going to go. I'm going to go with the Ravens. I'm going to go with the Ravens. I think they're going to win by a field goal. I think the Chiefs are going to come play well, but I think the Ravens have a chip on their shoulder, just for how they had the number 1 seed last year in the AFC, and they end up, fluking it. They gave the game. I ain't gonna say fluking it, but they got outplayed, out executed when it mattered the most to be able to get to a Super Bowl. But I think that's something that's on their mind. And again, I think they're going to come out and just play aggressive. And I think the same thing from the Chiefs. Like I said, I think it's going to be a great game. Hopefully, a good defensive game. I love defensive games in the NFL. So I feel like a 17-14 game, 20-17 type of game. I don't think it's going to be super high scoring, but we can't be wrong. Like I said, the Chiefs have a huge down the field threat. So we shall see, man. I'm excited to see what type of things Andy Reid has put in there. He's an offensive genius. To see what type of thing he's orchestrated with his offense and the pieces they've acquired and things of that nature. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see some NFL football for once. So super, super excited.
Nah, I feel you. You got a lower score than I had. I said 20. I'm saying here 27-24. I'm still going the Ravens way because I'm just like, look here, man. Y'all was the best running team in the league last year? Like, y'all know how to run the ball. Y'all got into that AFC Championship game and decided I wanted to try to outshoot Mahomes. Don't try to outshoot Mahomes, man. Like, Lamar, he got the capabilities to go out here and go into a shootout, but keep your bread and butter. If your bread and butter is to run the ball and let your players on the outside basically yak them up, then shoot, let's do it. But now with Derrick Henry, though, I'm like, you know what? It's cool. They gonna manage that clock. So if they get up high, Derrick Henry, he gonna come in here and manage that clock, get them 4, 5, 6, 7 yards apiece. The Chiefs, they like to always have a little comeback stand. That's why I said 27-24.
Yeah, like I said, I think it's going to be a 3-point swing. That's what Vegas is giving them also. But I think it's going to be a good game. I'm just excited to see some football finally, some NFL football. College football is dope too, but ain't nothing like the professional life. Seeing them shiny helmets, the millionaires on the field. They the best of the best. You know what I mean? At each position. You know what I mean? Like when you go to college, just like this matchup this weekend against Georgia and Tennessee Tech. I mean, we expect they're gonna dominate those guys. You can't even say you can't. It's no time that anybody's gonna line up in the NFL and say we're gonna go dominate those people. And when you do, you just see that that team is just way better than the other team. But the talent levels are the same. The guys are all the best of the best. So I'm excited, man. Like I said, 2 great quarterbacks going at it. Another fun fact: 15 black quarterbacks will be starting for an NFL franchise this year, which is an NFL record. So super, super excited, man. A lot of good matchups this weekend. And again, we got the Ravens and Chiefs kicking it off today. And then we got my Birds down in Brazil kicking it off tomorrow for Friday night football. Just like some old high school professional football play, baby. We're going to be under the lights, Friday night lights. And we're going to be ready to rock and roll, man. We got the Packers tomorrow night. I'm going. I'm going our way. You know what I'm saying? The Birds, baby. I think we're coming to, show some, not resolve, but, get some payback. Get some payback not from other people, from ourselves, how we started off to be Super Bowl favorites going 10-1 last year and then just plummeted with a first round exit out the playoffs. You know what I mean? That's unacceptable. We revamped some things, got a new OC, got a new DC, went in the draft, got some good defenders. When the offseason got some good offensive weapons, Saquon Barkley, Jahan Dotson. We got my boys on the outside locked up, Devontae Smith, AJ Brown, Dallas Goedert. We still got my weapons on the offensive side of the ball. We revamped our O-line, got some big boys up front to protect Jalen Hurts. Our D-line is young, youthful, should be able to have high reps. So I'm excited to see, how they match up against the Packers. The Packers have a good young wide receiver core. So I'm excited to see how my young DBs play against them and those type of things. I'm just excited, man. Just super, super excited to just be able to see, again, NFL football and, of course, be able to see my team this week. And it sucks because on Sunday now I'm like, man, I don't got nobody to watch. But, that's only one Sunday.
You got somebody to watch on Sunday.
No, I don't watch the Falcons, man. No.
What?
I was playing. No, I ain't gonna do that. I might have to tune in because I really want to look at this Colts and Texans game because I saw a stat the other day about the Colts never defeated the Texans or something like that, and or it was something about the first game when they match up or something like that. They how the Colts didn't win or something like that. So this is going to be a big game for the Colts and Texans. A divisional game first of all at the beginning of the year, and then to be able to see these two guys match up, Anthony Richardson, C.J. Stroud. Like so, this whole weekend is like it's a lot of good games, y'all. But the Friday game tomorrow can be seen at 8:15 p.m. on Peacock on or however you watch it. Wink, wink, as Matt. But 8:15 p.m. tomorrow on Peacock, we're gonna be in Brazil, locked and loaded. Birds versus the Packers, baby. Again, I'm taking the Birds, man. I feel like we probably win about 27-17, 20, or we might even score
That
30.
sounds about right.
I think we might have about 30-17, 27-17 in that range. But I just really want to see good defensive play. I'm excited to see Nakobe Dean. He's healthy. I'm excited to see Jalen Carter in his second year, Jordan Davis in his third year, Nolan Smith in his second year. All my guys, all my Bulldogs who have been drafted by the Eagles and currently play for us. I'm excited to see all those guys go out there and execute. I'm excited to see our young draft picks, Jeremiah Trotter Jr. I'm excited to see Quinyon Mitchell. It's all my guys, man. I was super, super excited when we drafted him, super high on him. I think he's going to have a phenomenal NFL career. I think he's going to be a phenomenal Eagle. Hopefully, he beats there in his career for from the time he's there now till he retires. Because we need to be able to keep our core as good as possible. But I'm just excited for some NFL football, y'all. So make sure y'all tune in tonight again, 8:20 on NBC or Peacock, and tomorrow night at 8:15 p.m. on Peacock to see the Eagles and the Packers play, baby. Fly Eagles, fly. Yes,
I thought you was gonna flap your wings for a second, man.
Yeah, but super excited, man. So appreciate y'all. Then moving on to NFL news. So NFL news right now, what we have currently at the moment, Patrick Surtain the second. He's currently the highest ever cornerback to be paid in the NFL ever in history. So the Denver Broncos gave him an extension. I believe it was worth $96 million. I believe 70 something plus was guaranteed, but just again a phenomenal cornerback, somebody who can definitely set the market, and I'm excited just to see how the market continues to grow for all these positions because again you have a valid point, like Darius Slay, he said it several times, a lot of cornerbacks, why are we not getting big contracts as well if we got to go guard the wide receivers who are getting these 100 plus $200 million contracts, but we're getting the minimum, but we got to go guard the best players, but our worth is not, you want us to go lock them up, but we're not worth the amount of money to line up on the other side of them as much as they're getting. You know what I mean? So I'm glad the Broncos saw the value in him and saw how his value in the market can be translated to all the other DBs and cornerbacks around the league. So I'm excited to see that shift, and I think it's going to just be so much more great football. So much more great emphasis of becoming a better corner. When I think that's a position where you have to be good anyway, but now it's like when you get this type of money, your results have to show more and more and more. You know what I mean? So I'm excited, man. I'm excited to see what he does this year. I'm just excited for all DBs again, to get the top DBs who are looking at this and how they're going to try to translate their performance to the field to be able to get contracts like this also. So that's the only really NFL news I have, unless Matt got some.
No, I ain't got no NFL news today. Just to pivot back to Houston and the Colts thing. For a while, I've always said the AFC South is like underrated division when it comes to competitiveness within that division. You can sit here and watch like Jacksonville, Houston, Tennessee. I feel like Tennessee may shock some people. They got a pretty good secondary over there, but it's like when those games happen, you may sit here and look and be like look at Houston for instance. You may think Houston probably could come through there and probably ramshack somebody like Tennessee or anything, but nah, not with those AFC South games, man. They can have that whole division can be bad, and when they play each other, those games be good. But I'm scared for when it comes to Anthony Richardson, man. I need to kind of see more. I heard all that stuff about the Bengals and they joint practice. They were just talking trash to this man the entire time because he wouldn't throw the ball. All he wanted to do was run the ball. And I'm like, man, that's cool and all, man. You want to be another Lamar Jackson, but Lamar Jackson can throw. You got to be able to sit in that pocket. You got to be able to throw a little bit. It's just too many questions when it comes to the Colts. Mainly for I know we're going to have a decent defense, but whole offense is kind of starting to get to a similar situation of Atlanta, to where it's like we just need the quarterback play to be exponential. Like if Anthony Richardson come in there, he give us some good quarterback play, and it's not streaky. Like we straight, but if it's about to be streaky, I don't know how I feel about this shit.
Well, you know y'all got AD Mitchell up there. I don't care what nobody say. He gonna always be a bulldog to me, baby. So you got AD Mitchell up there. Some other dogs. You know what I mean? Y'all got a good young team. Steve.
We got a good
Shane
coach too, in
Steichen, I
my
was about to say,
opinion.
yeah, Shane Steichen, he's a good coach though. Shane Steichen is going to get those guys, in a position to play good football. So I think I think the type of coaching he has, he's relatable and he connects to his team well. So I think he's going to. I'm pretty sure he poured a lot into Anthony Richardson this year, because I just seen the impact he had on Jalen Hurts. So from him being the head coach and him being involved with the guy and being able to manage all the stuff that his quarterback needs, I think he's going to put him in the best position to go win games. So I'm excited. Like I said, it's a lot of great games this weekend. So make sure y'all tune into the Saturday Sports Huddle to get the full Week 1 NFL slate and get updated information from games on Thursday and Friday. So moving on to Major League Baseball before we pass it over to Matt and we give a preview on a recap of what's happening in wrestling. This past week in the Major League Baseball, we had some good games and bad games for the Braves, but overall wasn't a too bad week. We lost the series against the Phillies, which I was disappointed in. We had a lot of close fought games. I think 2 or 3 of those games they went to extra innings during that series. So no, actually only one game went to extra innings during that series, which was the game on Sunday. But still, we fought well. I think we're trending in the right direction to be able to play better baseball when it matters. So for Monday game, September 2nd, we had the Brewers defeat the Cardinals 9-3. We had the Orioles defeat the White Sox 13-3. The Guardians over the Royals 4-2. The Reds defeated the Astros 5-3. The Dodgers over the Diamondbacks 11-6. The Padres defeated the Tigers 3-0. The Twins over the Rays 5-4. The Athletics defeat the Mariners 5-4. The Mets defeated the Red Sox 4-1. The Pirates over the Cubs 5-3. And the Yankees defeated the Tigers 8-4. For Tuesday game, September 3rd, we had the Braves defeat the Rockies 3-0. The Orioles over the White Sox 9-0. The Nationals defeated the Marlins 6-2. The Rays defeated the Twins 2-1. The Phillies over the Blue Jays 10-9. The Mets defeated the Red Sox 7-2. The Guardians over the Royals 7-1. The Pirates defeated the Cubs 5-0. The Cardinals defeated the Brewers 7-4. The Rangers defeated the Yankees 7-4. The Dodgers over the Angels 6-2. The Athletics defeated the Mariners 3-2, and the Diamondbacks defeated the Giants 8-7. From Wednesday game, September 4th, we had the Braves defeat the Rockies 5-2. The Phillies over the Blue Jays 4-2. The White Sox defeated the Orioles 8-1. The Reds over the Astros 12-5. The Marlins defeated the Nationals 4-3. The Rays defeated the Twins 9-4. The Mets defeated the Red Sox 8-3. The Royals over the Guardians 4-1. The Cubs dominated the Pirates 12-0. The Cardinals defeated the Brewers 3-2. The Rangers over the Yankees 10-6. The Angels defeated the Dodgers 10-1. The Padres over the Tigers 6-5. The Mariners defeated the Athletics 16-3, and the Diamondbacks defeated the Giants 6-4. For today's games, kicking off at 1 p.m., we have the Reds hosting the Astros, the Rays hosting the Twins, the Athletics hosting the Mariners, the Diamondbacks going up against the Giants, the Marlins host the Phillies, the Pirates host the Nationals, the Rangers host the Angels, the Padres host the Tigers, and the Braves host the Rockies. For Friday game, September 6th, the Braves start a new series against the Blue Jays. Hopefully we can win out this series also. The Cubs host the Yankees, the Brewers host the Rockies, the Pirates host the Nationals, the Orioles host the Rays, the Red Sox versus the Red Sox versus the White Sox, the Mets hosting the Reds, the Phillies going up against the Marlins, the Angels are going up against the Rangers, the Astros hosting the Diamondbacks, the Royals hosting the Twins, the Cardinals hosting the Mariners, the Athletics going up against the Tigers, the Giants going up against the Padres, and the Dodgers are hosting the Guardians. So it's September now. We're getting closer and closer to the October playoff run. So the standings are as follows. So in American League right now, we got the Yankees at number 1. The Tigers are the number 2 seed. The Chiefs. The Royals are at 3. The Tigers are at 4. and the Red Sox are at 5. In the National League, that's the wild card. Hold on, let me go to the regular standings. Okay, so here we go. So let's go by division. So in the American League division, the Baltimore Orioles lead the American League East, then the Yankees, and then the Dodgers. And then the Red Sox. In the American League Central, we have the Cleveland Guardians, the Minnesota Twins, and the Kansas City Royals. And then for the West, we have the Houston Astros, the Seattle, what are they? The Mariners,
Mm-hmm.
and then the Texas Rangers. So those are the 9 teams that are currently in playoff position. Then moving on to the National League, we have the Phillies ahead of the Braves by 7 games. So the Phillies are number 1 in the NL East. The Braves are number 2, and the New York Mets are number 3. The Braves are actually a half game ahead of the Mets, so we need to win out. And then in the National League Central, we have the Milwaukee Brewers, the Chicago Cubs, and the St. Louis Cardinals. They are the 3 teams out of the Central. And then out of the West, we have the Dodgers, the Padres, and the Diamondbacks. Those are the 9 teams currently right now, looking for playoff spots. So again, these last couple games in September are truly important to be able to solidify playoff spots going forward to kick off October. So now Matt has the full control and reign of the sports huddle.
Nah, man, I just got a couple minutes, dog. I appreciate you, though, giving me the little time, to talk about this nonsense we call professional wrestling that I love. But, we had 2 pay-per-views for WWE this past weekend. Bash of Berlin, that was over in Germany. And then NXT No Mercy, I believe they was in Canada. I'm not 100% sure. It's not showing up on WWE's website. That's sad. Also, by the way, I need Disney and DirecTV to kind of fix whatever gripe they got going on, because I can't watch college football unless it's on Peacock or Paramount now. And I'm like, it's just crazy, be able to watch it on Saturday, and then I go try to watch LSU and USC on Monday, and it's like, yeah, you ain't got ESPN no more. It's like, huh? Just out the blue, but the consumer, the people who got to pay these ridiculous prices just to watch TV, they got to suffer, But results as follows for Bash at Berlin. It was a good pay-per-view. This is like the 3rd, 4th time that WWE has had the highest grossing PLE or highest grossing gate ever this year alone. It's like the 3rd, 4th time. So for people who are listening to this, who like to, get into this little squabble between AEW and WWE, and we're going to get to AEW because they got a show coming up this weekend. But, people that like to get in that little squabble, I just want to keep pointing out, there's nothing wrong with this, but there's levels to this here, okay? We can go and do 1,000 Canadian drivers, but we can't pack a house. That's a problem. I'm going to keep saying that because the goal is to pack these houses. If you're doing these extreme shows, pack houses. If ECW with Paul Heyman was around today with their style, cheese grating heads, they would still be packing houses. So, you can like the product, but you can also want the product to grow. And not just at pay-per-views, on a weekly basis. Watching 2002 SmackDown and seeing them packing houses is still crazy to me. But we had the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. We have new Tag Team Champions. Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair defeated Alba Fire and Isla Dawn. I'm calling this Jade Cargill's best match to date. I enjoyed the match. She's finally starting to come into her own, seeing what she can do, and seeing what I need to hold off on until I can get more fundamentals. But once she gets fully prepared, she's going to be able to do some crazy things with her power. She's crazy powerful. So yeah, congratulations to Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair, and shout out to Bianca Belair. I really hope you get a title run after this, because you took Jade Cargill under your wing. You kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of boosting her head up and hyping her up, even through her miscues and her feeling like she hasn't had the best match. So shout out to her. I really hope you get a title run after you and Jay, y'all do y'all little stint, and Jay finally gets comfortable enough to break out on her own. We had a strap match between CM Punk and Drew McIntyre. I heard the dumbest thing this weekend. Someone said this match feels very gimmicky. Newsflash, the strap match is a gimmick match. I don't understand what people want no more. It's a gimmick match. It's like a cage match or like a table, ladders, and chairs match. It's a gimmick match. So to say that a match is gimmicky, that is a gimmick match, it's kind of stupid. Then you had a mixed tag team match. Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley defeated Dominique Mysterio and Liv Morgan. Rhea Ripley got the pin over Liv Morgan, so of course that leads to a future World Championship match between Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley. Personally, I hope that they move past this soon. The women's division is too good to be stuck on these two, and it's just holding it up. Liv Morgan's title run has been nothing, honestly. Who has she boosted up? She hasn't really boosted up anyone, made no new stars. Dominique Mysterio honestly should be carrying that Women's World Championship. He's making it more relevant than Liv Morgan is. Then you have, Cody Rhodes retained his undisputed WWE Championship against Kevin Owens. I know a lot of people aren't surprised by that. But, it's WWE, man. People should be used to this by now. But it's okay. Randy Orton's on the way to give us a legitimate threat to Cody Rhodes' title run. And we had Randy Orton and Gunther close out the show in Germany. The crowd was going crazy for Gunther because it was kind of like his hometown. Randy Orton is a freak of nature, eating Nutella and lifting weights. Man is close to 300 pounds, but it's like all muscle, man. Cuzzo is ridiculous, dude. He is big, and he can still move around. But Gunther defeated Randy Orton in a classic World Heavyweight Championship match. And now, we're going to have this. I don't know if Gunther's going to be a champion for a year or if we're going to see his NXT UK run. But just know that he's legit. If you see a guy in a suit and, he's saying this sport is sacred, just know the sport is sacred to him. He brings the realistic feel to professional wrestling. NXT No Mercy, but they really killing it. NXT is giving me that black and yellow vibes, and they doing great. Zachary Wentz defeated Wesley in a classic match. I really thought that he was putting the X Division Championship on the line, but he didn't. I hope we see it one day in the NXT ring. NXT Women's North American Championship, Kalani Jordan retained her belt against Wendy Chu. This has been all fun. Kalani Jordan is the first NXT Women's North American Champion. Nobody can take that away from her. But Stephanie Valkyrie, you signed with the company a couple months ago. I hope we get the visa issue worked out. But you can come and literally take the belt from her. We need something better. This is a workhorse title, and they have a lot of workhorses that, we can kind of be displaying with this. This is a belt that should be passed around a little bit. North American Champion, Obafemi defeated Tony D'Angelo, but their story is not over yet. Because Obafemi is starting to come into his own as a heel. That segment they had this past week on Tuesday at NXT, where this man was just basically watching Obafemi beat down one of his homies from his faction, and the camera work was ridiculous. The look in Tony D'Angelo eye. If they restarted The Sopranos today, I hope he get a role in that show. But they building up this feud with Obafemi and Tony D'Angelo because we at the point where Obafemi's title run is so good that we should put the belt on somebody else that we can make another star. And Tony D'Angelo is that guy. He's already held championships. NXT Championship match. Well, before I even get to that, the Women's Championship match. No offense to Ethan Page, but something happened in that match that was great. But Ethan Page defeated Joe Hendry. I can guess you could say he did it clean. He did a low blow when Trick Williams was unlooking. Trick Williams was a special guest referee. So Ethan Page is still your NXT champion. But when it comes over here to the NXT Women's Championship, shout out to Jada Parker, Miss Parker. Hell of a match. You slapped the taste out of Roxanne. Yep. Literally, bro. She the one, dog. She a beast. She's the type of girl that I'll go to the club with, start some stuff, and then go hide behind her. Cause I know she about to whoop somebody. Yeah. But this is like, Jada Parker versus Roxanne Perez. Roxanne Perez keeps showing why she's like on another level. But fun is over now. Julia's here. I ain't paying attention to what Dave Meltzer talking about. She got to change her style. She hits hard. Man, we already know this. If you watch Stardom or if you see her in Miracle, you already know about Julia. She's the one. It's time. It's over. Roxanne going to the main roster. Julia about to take over the reins. It's about to be real. And also, for anybody that don't know, she mixed with Japanese and Italian. So, that's a nice little mixture right there. Apparently, she had a hard life over in Japan because of that. But her wrestling skills is off the chart. So, can't wait for that. NXT is moving over to the CW. SmackDown is moving to USA. It's just a little bit of news. But, yeah, SmackDown is moving to USA starting next Friday. NXT is moving to the CW starting on October 5th or 6th, if I'm correct. And they got a show kicking off in Chicago. CM Punk is going to be there. And now for the AEW fans. And AEW fans, I don't want y'all to feel like I have a problem with this company. I've just been watching it since the beginning, and I know what to expect. I've been to the shows when they came to Atlanta. I went to the first show they did at the State Farm Arena before they never did State Farm Arena shows. And then they went down to Duluth and told y'all that it was Atlanta. So, I've been here for a very long time watching this stuff. And I call it out every single time so y'all can stop the cap. Duluth and Atlanta is two different parts. Stop it.
If it's not Fulton County, if it's not Fulton County, you're not in Atlanta. Just letting you know.
Facts.
On the records.
There we go, right there. But we have AEW All Out. Man, they're back in Chicago. Oh, Lord, you showing up the tech. Yeah, they back in Chicago for AEW All Out. And they probably going to load this card up with like 12 matches or so. But these are the matches I got as follows. Jesus Christ, bud. See me, Tony, we gotta do better than this, Tony, man. You got the people online that can't even put your matches. Got to be determined on here. Come on, Tony. You gotta do better than that, TK. But we got MJF versus Daniel Garcia. Obviously, Daniel Garcia has signed that new contract to stay with AEW. So that's why he's back and he's taking on this feud with MJF. Then you have AEW Continental Championship match. Kazuchika Okada, your time in New Japan was way better than whatever I'm getting over here in AEW. I really feel like Tony Khan has watered you down. I know that personally. If you woke up tomorrow, Kazuchika Okada, and say, you know what, I want to be AEW World Champion, you have all the capabilities. There's some people that can stop you, but you have all the capabilities. But Kazuchika Okada is apparently defending his belt in a fatal 4-way, but they don't know who else he's going to defend his belt against, which is kind of crazy. I guess they're going to build it on Collision or Rampage, which they should have just had that done now. We have a steel cage lights out match. Now that's going to be good. Yeah, lights out match basically means they cut the lights off and they cut it back on and anything goes. So that means that this match is probably going to be the main event because lights out matches always happen at the end. Swerve and Hangman Page rivalry is one of AEW's most memorable rivalries, but everybody kind of needs to cut the crap about this is the modern day version of Stone Cold versus The Rock. Y'all got to pack houses. You got to pack houses. You can't say stuff like that without packing houses, okay? You just can't. It's nowhere near that. The aura is not there. There's a lot of rivalries like Swerve and Hangman that we can go pull up across wrestling history that may not have gotten that TV time, but they were there. But this is not it. This is not no Stone Cold and The Rock. This is just Swerve and Hangman. When you think of a few, you think of them, not those two. And then they don't even have the auras of Stone Cold and The Rock. Y'all got to cut it out. Mm-hmm. You got a Chicago street fight, Willow Nightingale versus Chris Statlander. I just want Willow Nightingale to get this win and kind of get out of this feud. This has been going on way too long. The Young Bucks versus Claudio Castagnoli and Willa Yuta for the AEW World Tag Team Championships. The World Tag Team division, like the tag team division of AEW, has went downhill. Like it used to be like on crazy levels. I'm talking about like 10 to 15 tag teams you can go and put the title on. Like, it was just that good because, for real. Like, the AEW's tag team division was just that good. And now it's nothing. I don't know how we got here, but I hope we fix it one day.
Well, I'm vouching for you to take Tony Khan's job, whoever you talking about.
Well, don't be saying that, man. You about to give me death threats. No, you know these people can't.
I just said, you know what I mean? Because every time you come to AEW, you seem like you got the key to it. So, I mean, you just need to go on.
Oh, man. I ain't got the key.
Don't put that in, man. Don't put that in me, man.
Man, look here, bro. They got a whole thing on their website where they actually out here hiring people to be inside. Man, look, I don't want to work for Tony Khan. They got me on. They got my face showing that. Okay, they got my face showing that.
You know, got a poster in there. Don't hire this guy right here,
bro. Like, no, I don't want to work for Tony Khan. I'm sure he's a cool
go
guy.
Get his job. Go take his job. That's what I'm telling you. You go.
Oh, well, I can't take his job when his daddy owned the Jacksonville Jaguars.
You need to go. You need to go run AEW, man. Get that number.
Man, you about to try to give me death threats, dog. You about to give me some messages for people. Let me show you why AEW numbers are. I'm like, look here, man. If you call, that's like Georgia Bulldogs calling themselves the best and then never winning national championships.
Exactly.
That's like that, okay? That's all it is. When you call yourself the best, I put you on another level. So I have a level of expectations. I know what you're going to give me, but there's here that I expect you to give me. And when you have Will Ospreay and Kazuchika Okada, I expect here. But I'll just say, New Japan booked them better. Now we're just getting a bunch of matches. But we have an AEW TBS Championship match between Mercedes Moné and Hikaru Shida. I'm kind of over this already with Mercedes Moné title reign and all this stuff. But, it is what it is. She's our own booker, by the way. We're hitting another level where we kind of know that wrestlers have control over stuff. And Mercedes Moné has control over her own booking and maybe something else in the women's division. But, this just another match, unfortunately. A lot of these are just another match. AEW International Championship match, Will Ospreay versus Pac. Well, this is just another match. This is a match that people are going to enjoy. Pac has been one of the most underrated wrestlers his entire career on mainstream television. I'll say it again. Pac has been an underrated wrestler his entire career on mainstream television. So, for him to get that pay-per-view money and get that shine with Will Ospreay, and Dave Meltzer gets to, throw out another 5-star match. That's what I need to do. I need to create me a match ranking system, because I just find it ridiculous that Kurt Angle don't have a 5-star match. But it is what it is. I feel like we're putting too much stock into Dave Meltzer. And I mean, Uncle Dave, I love you, man. You do what you do. Shout out to my boy Justin Nipper. I know y'all kind of close or whatever. But, I fuck with my boy Justin. He helped me out. But, Uncle Dave, you do what you do. I just feel like a lot of people put too much stock into these ratings. I feel like if I think a match is 5 stars and you think a match is 3 stars, doesn't change my opinion just because you feel like the match is 3 stars. I still feel like it's 5. And for your main event, which this is a joke. This is a joke of a main event, and y'all can at me about it. Y'all can hit me up on Instagram about it. Y'all can hit me up on Facebook about it if you want to. But Bryan Danielson is your new AEW World Champion, and he's claiming that he's going to retire when he loses the belt, because he's supposed to be retiring anyways. But he's claiming he's retiring when he loses the belt. But your first opponent is Jack Perry? Are you serious? I'm supposed to think that's a threat right there. This guy right here, who's still stuck in the CM Punk whole thing, the whole sabbatical with CM Punk, and CM Punk's in a whole nother company. Like, this guy is still your top draw. He hasn't been on AEW TV in a while. And technically, he's still your AEW champion. He never lost the belt. He just quit the company. So he never lost the belt. He's still your AEW champion. And the longest reigning AEW champion for all the marks. But this is a joke here. Jack Perry versus Bryan Danielson for the AEW World Championship. Jack Perry ain't retiring or nothing. This is ridiculous. Let's get some actual competition going on here. Like, you giving this guy this shot? This guy, of all, we're just doing it because we're in Chicago and we're trying to keep that little bump going from the hate with Jack Perry and stuff. But you're not about to get a whole bunch of Chicago fans saying F CM Punk, because they're going to turn right back around in October when he comes to NXT in Chicago, and they're going to praise this man and bow down to him. So this is pointless here, man. Yeah. But that's everything right there that's going on in wrestling so far this week.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, y'all have it. Like we said, 30th season of the Grateful Gap podcast, the Sports Huddle. We kicked it off the right way. We got some NFL action tonight. Make sure y'all go tune in to the Chiefs and Ravens game. That's going to be electric. Make sure y'all tune in. Of course, to them Birds, baby.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
Hey, on the road to victory. Fight.
Hey,
Fly, Eagles, fight.
I've been waiting for that, dog. I was singing, I know he's going to sing a song.
1, 2, 3. Hit them low, hit them high, and watch how Eagles fly. Hey, fly, Eagles, fly. On the road to victory. EAGLES, Eagles. Woo!
I was wondering if you was gonna actually sing it, because I was like, dang, should I start off the Fly Eagles Fly?
Let's go Birds, man. So we appreciate y'all love and support. Like I said, man, make sure y'all go tune in, turn my cousin up, Mad Matt, host of Just Unconventional Podcast. We appreciate y'all love and support from all around the world. Again, y'all can catch us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, YouTube, wherever you get your podcast information. And again, I will be doing more research to see how our video podcast will translate to our YouTube. But again, you can see our video podcast on Spotify. And again, appreciate y'all love and support. Y'all be blessed. Have a great today. As always, give God glory for the gift of life today. Let's make the best of it. Until next time, peace. Love you, cuz.
Love you too, man.